since we've had a serious review of the programs embedded in the tax code. I must say we have every reason to examine every program funded, whether through the appropriation code or the tax code, because we face serious financial circumstances. And so it's in this context that I would have expected to hear the echoes of 1986, that every program is up for examination. Every program is going to be tested against a rigorous set of circumstances to say, is this the best use of the dollar? But instead, my colleagues across the aisle have taken the position of putting up a very high fence, healthy and well-connected, saying that is their #1 goal. Protect those. Oh, programs for seniors, those are on the table. Dismantling Medicare, that's a Republican plan. Programs for those who don't have enough food to eat, those are on the table. Unemployment, that has been on the table. Funding for infrastructure that we need to rebuild our country, that is on the table. But not this set of sacred cows, this set of sacred programs for the wealthy and well-connected. Quite frankly, colleagues, that is wrong. That must change. And we must carry that debate here on the floor of the Senate, as our colleagues did a quarter century ago, as our colleagues did 35 years ago. So when it comes to these programs, there must be no sacred cows, and there must be no sacred horses. I'm going to put up a chart. The chart says, running away with our tax dollars. One of the tax programs that my colleagues across the aisle are insisting be walled off from examination is a special write-off for thoroughbred racehorses. Yes, racehorses. This is the bluegrass boondoggle, which allows millionaire and billionaire racehorse owners to write off the cost of their horses in an accelerated manner, reducing the normal 7-year period for write-off to just 3 years. Well, this bluegrass will cost U.S. taxpayers over the course of the coming 10 years $126 million. CBO estimates that after modeling the impact of this tax provision. Now, this is equivalent to us writing a check over this coming decade for $126 million. This is equivalent to a grant program. This is equivalent to subsidizing a loan program. No program, simply because it's in one bill, the tax bill, rather than in another bill, the appropriations bill, should be off limit. Horse racing may have been called the sport of kings.
The senator would suspend. The senator has used 10 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. President. Is there a 10-minute rule in effect?
There is. Senator from New York.
I believe I'm the next speaker, and I'd like unanimous consent to cede the senator from Oregon 3 minutes of my 10.
Without objection.
Thank you. I thank you, my colleague from New York, and I appreciate those 3 minutes. So horse racing may have been called the sport of kings, but that doesn't mean that the owners of horses, those millionaires and billionaires owning those horses, need royal tax treatment. As long as these tax subsidies are preserved, the richest and best off will remain in the winner's circle, while working families don't even get a chance to compete. Now, there's no doubt that closing this loophole alone isn't going to solve our deficit problem, but it's a good place to start. Because otherwise, we're going to cut $126 million from Head Start, or $126 million from Medicare for our seniors, or programs that help retrain laid-off workers. Giving Triple Crown treatment to millionaires are put out to pasture. That's not right, and it's not the American way. I have proposed searching through the tax code to find wasteful tax subsidies and eliminate unnecessary giveaways. This year is the right moment to start. And no, not just one program should be singled out. We should set a series of standards and test each tax program against those standards on whether they create jobs, whether they make economy, whether they take America forward, and whether or not that $126 spent in that is more important to the nation than other cuts that we might be entertaining. Those are the tests that need to be applied in a thoughtful and thorough manner. It is time not to wall off the programs for the wealthy and well-connected while attacking programs that make